If she wanted to really get him, she could say he was uncircumcised. Let everybody wonder.
Yeah, really.
Oh, no,
I don't care about what he's going to do.
It would dovetail with her other famous video.
So,
Right.
Would that be
we're
stretching
going
the
to do
truth?
the books when I get to the book section. Would you like to introduce me, John? No, I didn't.
I'm patient.
Hi. Everyone's standing. I didn't even get an introduction. Hi.
Are you set up yet?
I am set up.
You ready to go?
You want to yell something out for me?
Our feature tonight is the mistress of multimedia poetic mayhem.
Yeah.
Janet Kuypers, yes.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, before we start music, I should say that all of the music that you're going to hear tonight is music from the Holland of South Africa. This amazingly talented musician. When I saw him perform at a show, he had out his cello and he sets up all these amazing pieces of music, and he said, I'd like to be able to have the music go with you for stuff. So what you've got in a chat book, it lists the tracks and links to everything from the Holland of South Africa for information about that. So please, at least appreciate the music. If you don't like my voice, at least appreciate the music. So thank you very much. I talked to a licensed psychiatrist recently about the problems I've been having lately. She looked through my medical records as I explained that I was living on various medications that didn't help with the swelling in my joints, making it hard for me to even effectively do the nonprofit work I do, since I haven't been able to hold a job in my profession since the near-fatal car accident over a decade ago.
And how does that make you feel?
She would ask. Well, it has emotionally been very difficult, I'd say. After looking at my records, she said,
It says here, the doctors informed your sister that you would be more emotional after the brain injury you suffered in the car crash.
yes, that's what they said. But before the accident, I felt like I was invincible, succeeding in my profession in my 20s, having control in my life. But only after the accident did I feel like I could even consider the idea of suicide, or genuinely wish that I was dead. Continuing to look over my medical records, she said,
It seems that you have survived so much already, and what you're going through is entirely normal. The accident was severe, but you made a miraculous recovery. The worst part is over, and things will get better.
And that's how she finished our session. But she never explained how to describe feelings of hopelessness and futility. Words can strike like missiles. Words can be dropped like bombs. And looking back over the years in our relationship together, I've learned stories can start wars. Must I suffer the duration? Do I have a choice, or must I wait for the grains of sand to one by one fall to an eternity? Can't I make them fall any faster? Can't I make them all fall at once? Is there any way that I could set the sands free from life and its sharp confinements, free from what we try to supply, revive, capture, retain? Why must I suffer the duration? Why can't I just let go? I wake up to the early morning. The hammer falls. I throw it down with a skilled accuracy. I create a a repetition that is true to life. Every day I am striking that hammer so that it meets with this enemy, and every day I strike with a renewed fever. But every day that relentless steel refuses to give in. So I retire, and I resign myself once again to the early morning and the falling hammer. I hate the room. Every day it kills me to go to the room. But I do, because I am told. I wake up to a dark room. I put on the black shirt and eat my burnt toast. I see the aged blackboard. I walk on the dirt road. I see the clouds up in the sky. I don't know where to go. I go back to a pile of work to fill my darkened nights. There's nothing interesting in my life. Nothing colorful in my sight. Life has become a job. Day after day of dreary monotony. And I want to quit. Is this what I'm reduced to? I can't go through with it. I can't. I just can't. I deserve better than this. More. Something rewarding. Something fulfilling. Something not so empty, useless, lifeless, like the feeling left in my stomach. At least I still have feeling. Or is it just a numbness of sorts? A numbness and an anger. Numbness alone isn't enough to kill myself over. Apathy and lack of feeling doesn't promote action. What do I want? What can I do? What range of emotions do I have to go through before I've reached them all? I think I'm near the end. When I get there, I'll know. She looks at the road, not taken, and she curiously stares and wonders why the path looks so familiar. The road twists and curves, the trees hang low, and yet even the cracks in the ground where the grass creeps up from seem familiar. Her eyes widen, hoping that the understanding might be more visible. Puzzled, she takes a step. The confusion disappears as the memories of the road taken flood her mind. And then she realizes that she's made the same mistake twice. I went to another psychiatrist to try to get my problems out in the open. I get these images in my head now, since the accident, that I'm suddenly in a situation where someone is putting a gun to the side of my head. I don't know why, and I don't know how to get out of it.
A gun?
Yes?
What kind of gun?
Pardon me?
What type of gun do you see? A rifle? A shotgun? If it's a handgun, is it magazine loaded, or is it a revolver? Or is it small, like a .38 Special? Or is it bigger, like a .44 Magnum, like Dirty Harry used?
And I thought, this man knows a lot about guns. much of the gun, but I guess it's some sort of a handgun. Why?
Well, this represents your fear of authority after the accident, because the gun in your vision symbolizes a penis.
After the end of that session, I said, thank you, this has been very helpful. And after seeing all those Freud books in the back bookshelf, I thought, I'm never going to see this man again. If I've got enough problems with dealing with the relationships between the sexes, I don't need some guy telling me that everything I think of relates to a man's genitals. Where does the love go when the love is gone? I mean, it's got to go somewhere, right? Where does the love go? I've checked under the cushions of the couch and the backs of drawers. I've checked the car's glove box, which only actually has one glove in it. I've checked the floor at the back of the closet with all the shoes that I'll never wear again. But I can't find it. Where does all the love go when the love is gone? I've been waiting here, the hunter who has always caught their prey. Now I am the hunted, my gun is gone, my blade is gone, my defenses are gone. The blindfold presses my eyes into my skull. I hear you in darkness, the Panther. I just sense your presence. The fear is exciting, and I wait for the moment when you pounce and consume. It's all I can think of. All I can do now is wait for you to strike. My eyes are closed, but I can almost see you. And I'm waiting. I'm laying here in bed.
I'm laying here in bed,
and I'm looking over at him.
and I'm looking over at him.
He's sound asleep.
He's sound asleep,
Perfectly happy.
perfectly happy.
But you know,
I
I can't remember the last time he told me. He has no idea what I'm thinking.
He has no idea what I'm thinking.
He's perfectly content this way.
He's perfectly content this way.
I decided to spend the rest of my life with him. He's my best friend.
He's my best friend.
But I don't know if he loves me.
But I don't know if he loves me.
Damn it. I want love. Now that I've seen you, I don't even care if you're with her, because now that I've seen you, I know you don't love her. And I know it for a fact because you look at me and burn through me the way that we did at the start. And after so many years we still feel that burn, imagine how many years we have together to feel alive. For the first time in my life, there was someone there for me with open arms. And for once I could just curl up like a little child in the fetal position. And you could hold me. But now that we're in this situation, I know you'll be back to take more from me. I always wonder how much I have to possess, how much more I can possibly give. Sometimes I wonder if I'm spent, if I can take any more. But I always do, and you're always there. But when you're gone, will there be someone else? Why me? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why do I keep coming back? I beg for attention, and I don't know how to stop, and I don't know how to be alone. So I keep giving you one more chance to make it perfect. One more chance to rescue the damsel. But I'm not a damsel, and I'm not being rescued, and I'm not feeling any better. Because even though I hate you, I'll never let go. So you'll just have to run faster. All I want now is to have a piece of me back. I want to do something for me. And everyone wants a piece of me, and everyone wants my help. But when the chips are down, who is at my side? Come on, boy.
Come on, boy.
I want to see you come crawling back.
I want to see you come crawling back.
Not because I want you here.
Not because I want you to.
But because I want to see you crawl.
But because I want to see you crawl.
Even sunshine burns if you get too much. I've learned the subtle difference in holding a hand and chaining a soul. I've learned that company doesn't always mean security. And I've learned to accept my defects and downfalls with grace and pride in myself. And I've learned that although I must always keep my eyes open, I can keep my head up high. For with every goodbye, I learn. Books. See books here. I've written all of my life, and doctors don't know what to make out of me, and I've wondered. I've written books, collections over almost 30 years of writing. Love, rape, death, sexism, violence in America. And I've wondered if, say, 100 years from now, if somebody saw these books, what would they think? That I was a troubled soul? That I talked about my problems too much? Or would they think that I talked about so many random different things that they wouldn't know how to put the pieces together? Well, I don't know if anybody could figure that out. Not even a trained professional. Not even me. The U.S. pulled the dollar from the gold standard, and money, for all intents and purposes, then became an abstract. And so we don't know any better, and so we overextend ourselves. All my life, money has been an abstract, and now everything is just a guessing game. And now we don't even know what's around the corner anymore. She bought her son enough clothes to keep him tied over for a while, made sure everything was in its place, and she went over to her parents' house when she knew they'd be out of town for a few days, and only long after she died did her parents come home and find her in the garage. Her son missed a few days of school, and all his teacher could think was that his mother bought her son some extra clothes, tied up all the loose ends. I'm a med student, and for the past few weeks we've been working on a cadaver. At first, I didn't want to know anything about him. I covered the head of the guy, wanted to pay him some respect. Didn't want to think that this person lived before I dissected him. I had a hard time taking up brain, because, you know, that's where all the memories are. That's what makes him, him. It's not so hard, no. They get the bodies from the morgue. They're homeless people, mostly. No family. It's not so hard now. He remembers escaping from prison. He knew he had to escape. He was captured by evil people. He managed to run away, but the more he ran, the slower his steps. Slower and slower. He's not going anywhere. The evil men with the machine guns caught up. Why can't he run away? They plugged him with bullets, 40, maybe more. He could feel them hitting him. He kept trying to run away, but they would catch up with him, take him back to prison. Still alive. He lived through it. He was still full of holes. Why can't he run away? Now he has so many opportunities. He has nothing to lose. Why not come out of the wilderness, attack everything it sees, kill something, suck the blood out, make him feel alive for once more? Let them try to restrain him. He has nothing to lose. And for now, it can fly to the highest redwood, look out over the world, despise the world that made him be alone, leaving him alone. Who will carry his name? Who will care for him when he is old? Who can he read bedtime stories to? For now, it can feel death creeping upon him, closer and closer. He wants to scream. He calls upon nature. The tides rise, earthquakes shatter homes. He does not feel vindicated. He is lost. And for now, she can swim to the deepest, darkest cave in the Pacific, hide from the solitude, swim lower and lower. Can she find where all the other animals of dying species hide? Can she find them? There must be others. They can understand. They can live together at the bottom of the earth. Could they show their pain for their species, share what is left of their love, create a new race? Soon they will be no more, and we will be taking their bones, and we will be reassembling them, studying their form, rebuilding their lives, revering them more than we ever did in life. This is what it all becomes. This is what it all boils down to. Study the bones. Study the mistakes. Study the bones. Now I stand here, spent. I know my heart is a hand grenade, but I feel so frail, about to break. My feet are in concrete. My bones are so brittle. My skin is paper thin, and my lips are glued shut. I'm actually going to enjoy the music. I want the front.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
It's wonderfully integrated.
Pardon me?
It's wonderfully integrated.
I try.
One more time. Janet, yeah?